one of the things that I've got to stitch up is one of our hatch covers. Basically, it's gone in Storm Eowyn, so I've just got to replace it. Now, I have gone over hatch covers more extensively in another video, and Beverly will put a link in the description above. But basically, you need some chalk. You leave what I call a reasonable margin around the outside. That's just basically for your seam. And then once you've got that done, you just chalk up where you want to put the seam. And that'll be enough.
Okay, so it's sewing machine repair day.
It certainly is.
And snag number 1 has been hit already, hasn't it?
Yeah. I had to take every single box out of my sewing cupboard just to find something which wasn't in the sewing cupboard.
Basically, you put something away and it was so safe.
Yeah, I've forgotten where I'd put it. And it's also the fact that it was it's just length of time. I've been building up sewing projects and stuff like that, and I thought, right, today's the day. Gonna get this job done, and I'm making a mess before we even start.
It's 10:30 in the morning.
Yeah, well, I've got a lot of sewing to do.
Why have we got all the lights on? It's 10:30 in the morning.
It is so dark outside. It is ridiculous. And the one thing I have learnt about sewing is you need lots of light, and the other thing you need is very, very good glasses, because I'm going to be doing very close-up work. Whereas I have light glasses for computer work, because I have my computers over there, this I'm right up personal, and I need my best glasses I've got.
Your good glasses come from the cheap shop up the high street.
Well, yeah, because you know very well that I bust glasses, I lose glasses. I mean, so I lost my phone the other day, but never mind. And
you didn't lose your phone. We know exactly where it is.
It's in the marina, and I'm going to hopefully, as my first little job of the day, wherever it's gone, fix the pocket that it was in. I mean, say, look at this. No wonder it slipped out. It's not really doing a decent job when it's like this.
It's only 3 or 4 meters away, directly under your feet.
Yeah, well, that's history, I'm afraid to say. That is history, and it's done now. So I've got a new phone and whatever. So I'm going to get on with some stuff now. You've seen me use this wonderful creation, which is my jewellery rig. Hooray! There you go. But what I've decided to do is I decided that I needed to replace this knob, but also the thread stopper, which is just here, with parts. It was so bad that I actually did consider buying another sewing machine from eBay just to get the parts. But then I thought, why not make a 3D drawing of the parts, which is what I've done. And so the first one I'm going to talk about is the thread stopper, if I can get it out. So I created a 3D drawing using One Site, I think it's called. Beverly will put the name of it underneath, just so if you need to do one yourself. So I created a 3D drawing, and I created these parts, which is a little knob and a thread stopper. So I need to put some thread on my bobbin. So I'm going to replace this first.
To be botanically correct, you created the drawings and one of our subscribers, Sean, created the parts.
Yes,
with his 3D printer.
And I want to thank Sean, and I also want to thank all our subscribers who help us in various ways. And Beverly will put a list up as we yabber on here. But let's get this sorted. Oh.
Have you even used a posi drive screwdriver?
Oh, God, yeah, I was using a posi drive. Don't talk to me, Beverly.
Have you ever been trained as an engineer by any chance?
Oh,
Because you've just used a posi drive screwdriver on a slotted screw.
I know. Don't get to me. Yes, dumb person of the week is not in it. So now I've got to see
The big fit.
whether my drawing is of any good. Not too sure if it is, to be honest. Yeah, I'm going to have to be before I start. I'm going to have to get the drill out. Because,
Okay, say it again.
yeah, before I start, I'm going to have to get the drill out. I haven't used, I've obviously made the hole through here just a little bit too snug. So it's going to have to be widened just a bit. And the problem is, I can't widen it too much because look how much plastic I've got to play with. Well, in the end, the file was my saviour because all it was a little bit of plastic chafe. At the end of the day, these have been created with a 3D printer. So this is something to be expected, I suppose. But since I've never used a 3D printer before in my life, it's all news to me.
So was that a success?
Test number 1, it stopped the thread from getting too big on my bobbin. Hey! First part fitted. Excellent news.
Now the tricky part.
Yeah, I've got to get rid of this abomination and fix that. Well, next up is I've got to fit a control knob, but the metal part, I've got to take all this plastic off and basically sort it out and put it onto here. And then I'm going to have to use epoxy glue once I've dremeled this off, epoxy glue. And I've just realised I had planned to sew all day today. And I've got to wait for the glue to dry. Never mind. Best laid plans, etc, etc. Well, I thought I was going to be here dremeling all day, but Beverly said, no, you're not, because the Dremel's charge only lasts 34 minutes. But luckily for me, I managed to break the plastic. So it's done. And within the 34 minutes, so happy days, actually. Okay, so this is the part. Put that in. Well, my engineering drawings can't be too bad because I've hopefully managed to do a press fit. So we're going to try it with a press fit. If that fails, then I will do the epoxy. But if it would be really nice to be able to use the sewing machine today. Otherwise, I'm going to have to wait until waiting for the glue to dry. But I'd rather use the sewing machine today. Well, now it's time for the test. We've put the screw in, bolt actually, but there you go. And now it's just a case of, does it actually physically work? This is the question.
No.
And the answer is, that is a big fat no. Well, the push fit was a total bust. So I've got the epoxy out. Luckily it's only 5 minutes, so it'll be a spot of lunch for me, and then it'll be final test, or at least we hope so. Because I tell you now, I don't fancy mucking up all this again. But I have got extra parts if I need it.
Okay, so attempt number 2 has just come to a shuddering halt.
Yeah, I did about 5 stitches and then it failed. Basically, this whole section is a point of failure, so that if you've got any tensions or issues further down the machine, it's this section that actually fails. So basically what happens is as soon as you get to a issue, this is set to basically bust. And that's what it's doing. So it's just spinning around.
So that design feature of the machine is working perfectly.
Yeah, the failure's working. I'd like it to sew if you don't mind. Well, I have managed to fix my coat, which is brilliant. But just because I was trying to sew through, I reckon 5 layers of fabric, my machine was still struggling. So I don't know whether, because I need a heavy duty sewing machine, you know, whether this one is on its last gasp. But I'm going to just see if I can get these projects that I want done today. But partial success. But the 3D printing was great.